There are now 96,169 cases of coronavirus in the country. These are the latest figures from the government. The death toll stands at 3,029. Maharashtra remains the worst affected state, with the total cases now at 33,063. The death toll, unfortunately, has also climbed up to 1,198. Over to Gujarat, where the number of cases now is inching towards the 12,000 mark. 11,379 cases of coronavirus. The death toll is now at 659. In Tamil Nadu also, the number of cases is rising. 11,224 cases and 78 deaths that have been reported in the state so far. Those are the latest figures as of 6:30 this morning. Let's also take a look at the top 5 developments that you need to know on the coronavirus outbreak. Gujarat, which is the third most affected state, has reported 366 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours. Surat has now become the worst hit in the state with over 1,000 cases. The total cases in Ahmedabad has crossed the 8,600 mark. Rajasthan on Monday reported its highest ever single-day spike in coronavirus cases. For the first time, the single-day tally crossed the 300 mark, with 305 cases reported in the last 24 hours. State capital Jaipur recorded 47 cases alone. Total cases in the state has now crossed the 5,000 mark. Post-lockdown 4.2, a minimum 50% attendance will be a must for all central government employees. In a new circular, all officers of deputy secretary level and above will be required to attend office on all days. Uber has resumed its services in 34 areas across the country. These cities include Amritsar, Delhi, Bengaluru, Mangaluru and Kochi. Riders will have to maintain social distance and more than 2 riders should travel at a time. Besides the driver, this is of course in the car, no one will be seated next to the driver. The second phase of the Vande Bharat mission, which is currently underway, has been extended until June 12th. More countries have been added, taking the total count to 43. Stranded Indians will now be rescued from countries like Finland, South Korea, Belgium and New Zealand. So it's day 2 of lockdown 4.2 with significant relaxations in several cities. States have started easing lockdown curbs now. The Uttar Pradesh government has allowed economic activity to resume in the state. Home delivery of food by restaurants too has been given the green signal. Punjab has also allowed inter-district bus travel, and barber shops, eateries besides other shops will be open in non-containment zones. Neighbouring Haryana has allowed all business activities in non-containment zones. However, curbs continue to remain in place in the containment areas. Gujarat too has allowed all shops to open in non-containment zones with some conditions. City bus and private bus services will resume across the state from today. Let's also get you all the details from the national capital, where the Delhi government has relaxed certain norms. Shops are set to open in an odd-even format in the national capital. Commercial hubs like Khan Market and Connaught Place will reopen from today. The state government has put the onus on shop owners to ensure social distancing. Auto rickshaws and e-rickshaws have been allowed with 1 passenger. Buses too have been allowed to run with 20 passengers. But barber shops, salons, metro services, schools, colleges, shopping malls, all of this will remain shut in the capital. Religious gatherings continue to remain banned as well. Many market associations have objected to opening up of markets too soon, a view that's also been echoed by BJP MP Gautam Gambhir, who termed the measures as a death warrant for Delhiites.
रेस्टोरेंट्स को खुलना अलाउ होगा, लेकिन वहां बैठ के खाना अलाउड नहीं होगा. केवल रेस्टोरेंट्स में होम डिलीवरी अलाउ होगी. स्पोर्ट्स कॉम्प्लेक्स और स्टेडियम ये खोल दिए जाएंगे, लेकिन यहां किसी भी मैच के दौरान दर्शक अलाउड नहीं होंगे. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन को खोला जा रहा है, तो ऑटो रिक्शा, ई रिक्शा, साइकिल रिक्शा ये अलाउड होंगे, लेकिन केवल 1 पैसेंजर. टैक्सी कैब्स ये अलाउड होंगे, लेकिन केवल 2 पैसेंजर्स।
Now, as several states have announced relaxations in curbs, Maharashtra, which is the worst hit due to COVID-19, has decided not to. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has announced resumption of industries in green zones. But besides this, there's no relaxation really that's been given in the state. The Chief Minister said he won't let Maharashtra turn into, in fact, something that was witnessed in the United States, UK and Brazil. That's why no relaxations have been given in red zones. This comes amid Maharashtra recording another big spike in COVID cases. In the last 24 hours, 2,033 cases and 51 deaths have been reported. The total cases in the state is now inching towards the 35,000 mark. Out of 2,033 cases, Mumbai has reported 1,185 cases and 23 people have lost their lives due to COVID-19.
आणि असं काही नाहीये की रेड झोन म्हटल्यानंतर आता आयुष्य आपलं रेड झोन मध्ये जाणार आहे. नाही, आपल्या समोर 2 मोठी आव्हानं आहेत, नक्कीच आहेत. एक म्हणजे जिथे या कोरोनाचा प्रादुर्भाव नाही असा ग्रीन झोन, तो ग्रीन झोन हा आपल्याला कोरोना विरहित ठेवायचा आहे. हे मोठं आव्हान आहे. तिकडे एक सुद्धा रुग्ण ग्रीन झोन मध्ये आपल्याला आता येऊ द्यायचं नाही. किंबहुना नवीन केस तिकडे आता आपल्याला तयार आपण काय असं घर बसल्या कोविड तयार करत नाही, पण होऊ द्यायची नाहीये. त्याच्यामुळे ग्रीन झोन म्हणून मेंटेन करणं आणि रेड झोन जो आहे तो रेड झोन हा लवकरात लवकर ग्रीन झोन मध्ये त्याचं रूपांतर करणं. आणि म्हणून मी मागेही आपल्याला म्हटलं होतं की अजूनही शृंखला आपण तोडली जरी नसली तरी एक गोष्ट नक्की की त्याच्या वाढीवरती, गुणाकारावरती नियंत्रण आपण हे नक्की ठेवलेलं आहे. गतिरोधक म्हणून हा जो काही लॉकडाऊनचा काळ आहे त्याचा आपल्याला नक्की उपयोग झालेला आहे.
Now, coronavirus has hit the Maharashtra police hard, and here's our special report on how these corona warriors are dealing with the crisis in the state that's been worst hit by the pandemic.
Mourning a hero taken too soon by coronavirus. Maharashtra's Home Minister Anil Deshmukh consoling a police inspector who lost a 32-year-old colleague to COVID-19 on Saturday. The officer, posted in Dharavi jurisdiction, leaves behind a widow and a 3-year-old daughter. One of the first responders to the coronavirus emergency, police across Maharashtra are passing through a health crisis of their own. The coronavirus is taking a heavy toll as infections rise in the ranks. More than 1,270 personnel in the state police department have tested positive. Of them, 500 in Mumbai itself. 11 from across Maharashtra have lost their lives, and around 290 police personnel have been discharged till now. Policing is a close contact profession and the challenge is enormous.
The most important fear among this police official when we spoke to them is about their family members, because recently we have seen how so many family members of the cops have been affected due to coronavirus, and therefore this is the biggest fear they have. They have no problem in doing duty for several hours. They are only worried for their family members. Therefore, many of the cops have now started to send their family members to their villages.
Some solutions in countries like the United States to keep at least families of their frontline warriors safe. Large recreational vehicles sitting idle because of restrictions have been turned into temporary residences for emergency crews. They stay near to their families, yet isolated. No such measures in an overstretched Maharashtra as of now. But 2 dedicated COVID-19 facilities to treat infected police personnel have started operations in Mumbai. State authorities have requested additional support from the centre to help ease the burden on their police force.
केंद्रीय सशस्त्र पुलिस दल हमने मांग की थी, जैसी हमारी SRPF है, वैसे CRPF है, BSF है, इंडो टिबेटियन बॉर्डर फोर्स, ऐसी जो है पुलिस दल है केंद्र शासन का, उसकी मांग की थी. उनकी 20 कंपनियां यहाँ पे हमने मांग की थी, उसमें से कुछ कंपनी आई है. उनको हमने अलग अलग जगह, मुंबई में है, पूना में है, औरंगाबाद, मालेगांव, यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय किया है. ताकि हमारे पुलिस को थोड़ी विश्रांति मिले, थोड़ा आराम मिले, उसके लिए हमने गुजारिश की थी।
This 29-year-old corona warrior from Mumbai police is taken into an ambulance after he showed COVID symptoms. He tells his anxious colleagues he will be back. And he does. The young policeman defeats the disease and is ready to resume duty soon. An emotional welcome for this woman officer after she arrived home. She too has conquered COVID. Her young son and daughter greet their mother as she steps into their neighborhood. In harm's way, no one knows where the virus may come from. Yet they stay firm in the line of duty.
There are many cops who have laid down their life fighting coronavirus. Many are still inside hospital. But come what may, these cops will continue their fight against coronavirus with same dedication. With camera person Samir Shanbag, this is Saurabh Bakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
Now, most states during lockdown 4.2 in South India have relaxed curbs. The Karnataka government has allowed public transport services to operate, shops to open from today, except in containment zones. But as hotels continue to remain shut, the State Hotel Association has decided to stop home delivery services as a sign of protest. Citing the high number of coronavirus cases, the Tamil Nadu government has decided to continue lockdown restriction in 12 districts, which include Chennai. The state government has relaxed lockdown norms in 25 districts. The Telangana government has announced that except for containment zones, all other zones in the state will be treated as green zones. As bus services resume, no interstate buses will be allowed. Now, lockdown restrictions have been eased in Kerala too. The state will resume short distance bus services within districts, with bus fares being hiked.
We didn't get permission to open our restaurants. We called a Karnataka state level association meeting. Many of the hoteliers, they gave the permission to close our parcel sector also. Our parcel counter also will close because we are doing 5 to 10% business only in our parcels. Why we have to, under laws, we have to run our business. Suppose Karnataka state government will support us, we will open our restaurant. Otherwise, we will close our parcels, takeaways online also.
Now, several devotees returned to the Golden Temple in Amritsar yesterday without any masks and without observing any social distancing norms. In the past too, a few temple festivals have witnessed lockdown violations. But for over 50 days now, places of worship across the country have been deserted. So much so that some temple priests are now saying that their funds are dipping.
You've been in lockdown for days. You haven't been able to visit your temple, mosque, gurdwara or church. You haven't been able to immerse yourself in religious celebrations. But if you've been wondering if all that changes with lockdown 4.0, sorry, you'll have to wait a little longer. While many services and privileges bounce back from today, the ban remains on all religious gatherings of any kind. Allow us to repeat that. No religious gatherings are allowed for now. At the Golden Temple in Amritsar, worshippers have begun coming back and had to be requested to respect the lockdown orders. The government's reiteration of the ban on religious gatherings is hugely necessary given the several violations during the lockdown, including these shocking images last week of hundreds of villagers gathering for a temple fair in Karnataka's Ramnagara district. While religious heads in Kerala have come out to demand that temples, mosques and churches be opened to devotees in a staggered manner, a recent violation in Thrissur saw 5 arrested for allegedly conducting congregational prayers at a mosque. The call to open mosques for Eid prayers is also coming from Karnataka.
जिस तरह बार शॉप के लिए, दारू के दुकान के लिए परमिट किए हैं, रेल के लिए परमिट किए हैं, कपड़ा खरीदने के लिए बाजार परमिट किए हैं, अगर चर्च को, मास्क को, मंदिर को अगर परमिट करते हैं तो आप दीजिए, वरना नहीं.
That letter is very clearly mentioned that if situations are better, if the lockdown is withdrawn, and if the government thinks it is right, whatever government takes decision, and the responsibility and onus is on government, should not blame the community. Under no pressure you should give permission. That is what that letter of mine very clearly says.
Several temples have pointed to dwindling coffers as a result of the ban on devotee visits during the lockdown. From the famous Shirdi temple,
अगर आगे चलकर ये लॉकडाउन ऐसे ही रहा तो साईं बाबा संस्थान के यहाँ पर बहुत ही आर्थिक नियोजन है वो उसके जो हालात है बहुत ही बिगड़ जाएंगे.
to the Kashi Vishwanath temple.
लॉकडाउन न होने की स्थिति में प्रति माह जो हमारी आय होती है सभी स्रोतों को मिला करके वो लगभग 2 से 2.5 करोड़ रुपए होती है. तो अगर लॉकडाउन न रहा होता तो ये आय हमारी 5 से 6 करोड़ रुपए के आसपास होती.
To this temple in Bengaluru.
Because of the temple is closed, most of the private priests have gone below poverty line, is what one of them claimed, that they have no money to survive as well, and they have demanded a financial package from the government as such, that they want some financial support from the government, at least some money as to 5,000 to 10,000 rupees per month to survive until the temple opens.
The good news for devotees is that one of India's largest temples, the Venkateshwara temple in the hills of Tirupati, is gearing up to open for devotees. While temple authorities have written to the Telangana government, things aren't clear just yet. As a nation fights and prays for deliverance from COVID-19, it's been a long wait for the faithful. Hopefully, only a while longer. Bureau Report, India Today.
And shifting focus, India has taken a firm stand backing a European Union and Australia-sponsored draft resolution seeking an independent as well as an impartial probe into the outbreak of COVID-19 cases and its human-to-human transition. China, that initially tried to browbeat countries into backing out, later joined in for an impartial and scientific investigation.
With more than 300,000 people dead across the world due to the novel coronavirus, India today joined 62 other nations in backing a resolution at the World Health Organization calling for an independent and impartial investigation into the origin and spread of the virus. The resolution, to be adopted unanimously at the 2-day-long virtual meeting of the World Health Assembly, also seeks field trips to ascertain facts. After initially attempting to browbeat the sponsors of the resolution, China, looking at the numbers, decided to join in the effort. Chinese President Xi Jinping insisted Beijing had been transparent and behaved with responsibility.
All along, China has acted with openness, transparency and responsibility. We have provided the information to WHO in a most timely fashion. We have released the genome sequence at the earliest possible time. We have shared control and treatment experience. We have done everything in our power to support and assist countries in need.
62 nations, including Australia, Japan, South Korea, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, Russia and Ukraine have backed the European Union-sponsored resolution that called to identify the zoonotic source of the virus and route of introduction to the human population.
The WHO is irreplaceable. It needs enhanced resources, particularly to provide support to developing countries, which must be our greatest concern. We are as strong as the weakest health systems. Protecting the developing world is not a matter of charity or generosity, but a question of enlightened self-interest. The global north cannot defeat COVID-19 unless the global south defeats it at the same time.
The effort of the US-led bloc to invite Taiwan for the deliberations as an observer, however, did not succeed. Both China and the Director General of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom, have been in the line of international fire for failing to check the spread of the coronavirus. The US has already suspended funding to the WHO.
Today I'm instructing my administration to halt funding of the World Health Organization while a review is conducted to assess the World Health Organization's role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus.
The US has directly accused China of concealing facts about the coronavirus, raising questions about why China stopped travel from Wuhan to other Chinese cities but continued to permit residents of Wuhan to travel overseas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the G20 summit in March had also called for reforms in the WHO, seeking more transparency and accountability. China may claim it shared information with relevant countries, but it is increasingly in the line of fire for allegedly concealing facts about the origin and human-to-human spread of coronavirus. Incidentally, this was raised by Taiwan in a letter to the WHO in December 2019 itself, but China stands accused of using coercive diplomacy to keep Taiwan out of the World Health Assembly discussions on the coronavirus.
China has desperately tried to use coercive diplomacy, including putting a technical hold on imports from Australia to try and ensure that it escapes accountability on the novel coronavirus. But with 62 countries coming together at the World Health Organization, China, at least for now, has accepted that there needs to be an independent and impartial investigation into the spread of coronavirus. But will this investigation actually be carried out, and will results emerge, will actually depend on whether the world can stay united and firm in seeking that accountability from China. With Geeta Mohan and cameraman Kripal Singh in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Welcome back. Well, an orange alert has been sounded in coastal West Bengal and Odisha as super cyclone Amphan, which is around 850 kilometers away, is likely to make landfall by May 20th. That's tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi chaired a high-level meet with the Ministry of Home Affairs and the National Disaster Management Authority yesterday to review the arising cyclone situation in parts of the country, while the National Crisis Management Committee under the Cabinet Secretary reviewed the preparedness of states for the second time. NDRF has deployed 26 teams in Odisha as well as West Bengal, and additional teams are en route to both the states. The Indian Coast Guard as well as the Navy have deployed ships and helicopters for relief and rescue ops. Army and Air Force units in these states have also been put on standby. The IMD informed in fact that the cyclone Amphan, with wind speeds ranging up to 185 kilometers per hour, is likely to cause heavy to very heavy rainfall.
The Amphan cyclone has transformed into a super cyclone. This is very significant because after 1999, the Odisha super cyclone, which happened in October 99, this is the second super cyclone happening in the Bay of Bengal. So this is a matter of serious concern, and it is important that we must prepare accordingly. And we would urge all the state missionaries in Odisha and West Bengal to also prepare accordingly, which I'm sure the state governments are already.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.